Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Dentist Show. It's Thursday night. Everyone, good evening. I hope you are all well. Welcome to the Dentist Show. It is Thursday evening, and it is an evening where we discuss opportunities, where we discuss things that matter to us in the community, how we can better ourselves financially. And today is going to be a very interesting day because last Thursday, we did a show on Grow For Me. And that was a company that basically you could invest in your house in London, in the US, invest, and then they will do the farming for you. But I've just found another company that will do a similar thing, but you get to own the land, whereas the other company didn't do that. Now, so it's a chance for us to really explore how does it work? How do you know that your money is going to be financially stable? How do you know that you're really going to get an increase in the money that you invest? And, you know, even though I'm bringing all of these things to the limelight, guys, I need you all to do your own research as well before you invest and before you do anything. So that I must put out there that you must do your own research. I've done my own research, and Emmanuel is on the screen at the moment. I'm going to put him on in a second. And for him to really explain what crop estate really does. And so I can see a lot of you are on. Say hi. How are you guys? Please let me see where you are at the moment. This should be a very great opportunity, very great conversation today on how you can invest and be a virtual farmer in essence, really, a virtual farmer in your comfort of your home. Send your money down, and there you are a farmer. Somebody's doing it for you, and the good thing about it is that you get to own the land as well. And so we're going to be discussing that, and we're going to have Emmanuel on the show very, very shortly. But I must say a big thank you to World Remit. You can join over 5.7 million people around the world who are sending money back home to the continent. Make sure that you join that train. It's a better way to send money. It's fast, it's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Make sure that you get the app World Remit. Go to www.worldremit.com and send your money right away. I'll also send you a link that you can use. If you are a first-time user, if you use that link, you get to have 3 free transfers. Yes, 3 free transfers to, you know, a loved one in Ghana or wherever it is that you are sending money to. So I've got Daniel on. Who else? So let me send the link here so you can see. Gosh, I've got a lot of people on at the moment. Great. Guys, don't forget that you need to share your pages. You need to share your pages as much as possible so that everybody can hear the wonderful news that we are bringing to you right now. And again, I must say a big thank you to Prodigy, get your shitter. Look, people have been DMing me saying, Denta, thank you so much for recommending this shitter to me. Thank you so much for recommending her spices, her jollof rice spices, her all-purpose seasoning spices, her suya spice. I mean, Cassie's Classics does everything. Go online, guys, and make sure that you go and purchase one. Now, I've got my lip glaze on, and it's thanks to Vesta London Beauty. Thank you so much, Vesta London Beauty, for the lovely lip glaze. Make sure, again, that you go online and you purchase that as well. As I mentioned earlier, worldremit.com, go on there. I've put the link in the comment section. go on there and send your money back home. And Ordana Connect, for all of you people that are interested in investing back home to Ghana, looking for partnerships in agriculture, looking for partnership business opportunities, looking for jobs, this is the website that you need to go and register. It will be fully launched at the end of this month. And it's a one-stop shop, guys. It's a one-stop shop. Make sure that you go on Ordana Connect. Register now, guys. Register now. There's going to be good things happening on that platform. It's going to be a mini LinkedIn, a LinkedIn where, you know, you basically get to the right people who are interested in investing, who are interested in partnerships, who are interested in just, you know, Africa and opportunities that Africa has to offer. Right. Annette is watching from London. Hi, Annette. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Who else do we have? Okay, we have KK from Bristol. Okay, so I'm now going to invite Emmanuel on. Hi, Emmanuel. Can you switch your phone the other way around? Perfect. So we can get you big screen. You're right. A bit dark, though. You've changed your location. You're dark. Sorry? Now. We can see your face. We can't see your face. It's dark.
Is it brighter now? Yeah. Yes. Better now. Good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, fantastic. Welcome to the Denta Show.
Thank you, Denta. Thank you very much. I had to log off because then I couldn't hear you properly. So yeah, I'm back on now.
No problem. So today we're talking about let your money work for you, how you can own your own farmland and become a virtual farmer. So this is very, very exciting to my audience. Like I explained last week, we had a similar company, Grow For Me. And what they did was that they, you know, again, it was a virtual farmer, but you didn't get to own the land. And the returns were 50%, whereas your one is a little bit different. Some of the percentages are quite a little bit higher as well. Yes. So, you know, Ima, introduce yourself. Tell us a bit about what you do and how you got into crop estate.
Right. Hi, everyone. My name is Emmanuel Operations Crop Estate. And Crop Estate is an agri service provider. So the whole model started years back when we had farms in the eastern region and would grow pineapples. And then we had some of our off-takers set up their factories in Ghana in the last 2 years. What we realized was that these factories had very high production systems, and so would produce a lot in a short while on an 8-hour shift, for instance. And so they needed the raw material to be enough to meet their demand and their production schedule. So the concept came up from us managing 1,500 acres of pineapple for one of our off-takers. And so we thought that if we could do this and manage it for them, then we could run a model where we could encourage individuals and groups of people to get into farming as well. So Crop Estate, as I said earlier, is an agri service provider that runs a sublease model. Now, it's a sublease model because we've got the lands, and you know, in Ghana we say we buy land, but we only lease it for a longer period. So we sublease the lands we have leased to you for the duration of the crop cycle of the crop you select. So to start from the top, we have 6 specially selected crops, namely pineapple, citrus, avocado, coconut, tiger nut, and sweet potato. Now, I would put tiger nut and sweet potato in the same bracket because they have a crop cycle of 3 years. And I would put coconut, citrus, and avocado also in the same bracket because they have a crop cycle of 10 years. And pineapple has a crop cycle of 4 years. So anytime you select any of our crops, for instance, if you select pineapple, for instance, then you're looking at a lease period of 4 years. So what we would do is that you select pineapple and then you've got to lease the land for a 4-year period where the land is leased to you. However, you do nothing physically on the farm. Crop Estate does everything. So you get to own the farmland, but you don't really do the actual farming. We do everything for you. All you got to do is select a crop or two or more, and then select the land size. Now, our minimum land size is a plot. So you can choose to have a plot, 2 plots, 3 plots, an acre or more, depending on the land size you'd want to lease. Now, to lease a plot of land for your pineapple farm would cost you 2,500 cedis for the 4-year period. And to lease 2 plots will be 5,000, and 3 plots will be 7,500. An acre will be 10,000 cedis. So let's say you select pineapple and you decide to lease an acre of pineapple for the crop cycle of pineapple, which is 4 years. Now, you pay the 10,000 cedis, crop estate, then that's prepare the land for you, plant the pineapple suckers, and then manage your farm land for you for the 4-year period. Now, within this 4-year period, crop estate guarantees you 50% returns each year of your initial lease amount. In our example, you selected pineapple and an acre of pineapple, which was 10,000 cedis. So each year you receive 50% of 10,000 cedis, which is 5,000 cedis. You receive that at the end of year 1, end of year 2, 3, and 4. And at the end of year 4, when you receive your last returns on your initial lease amount, then you get back your initial lease amount as well. So if you lease a plot, an acre for 10,000 cedis and earn 5,000 at the end of each year for 4 years, that's 20,000. And at the end of year 4, you get back the 10,000 as well. That makes it 30,000 for you. So this is how it works. Now, it is different for the other crops. Like I said, citrus, avocado, and coconut are in the same bracket. And if we take citrus, the figures are different for leasing a plot to leasing an acre, and also the returns earned on these initial lease amounts are slightly different in percentage-wise. So in a nutshell, this is the model we run. Now, someone might ask, why these particular 6 crops? When anyone wants to get into farming, they would have 2 main concerns. And so if there's anyone on this platform who's tried to farm before or has a farm, you will obviously have concern number 1. If I do well, or if my farm does well, who is going to take the crops off me when I have the best yield and the best harvest? So concern number 1 here is your off-taker or your buyer. In our case, we selected these 6 crops because we were able to establish some sort of partnership with some factories that use these crops as raw materials in their factories for production. Now, when they do so, they are not just not just adding value to these crops, but also they are increasing the shelf life of these crops and fruits that we involved in. So number 1, we selected them because we have established the relationship with these off-takers who take the fruits or the crops of us when we harvest them. Now, the number 2 concern will be, what if during the period of farming, there is damage to my farm or to my crops? Now, it could happen to anyone, either a flood during the rainy season, bushfire, pest attack. It could be anything. Because of that, we or Crop Estate is going ahead to insure each farm block under the Ghana Agricultural Insurance Pool Guide. So Crop Estate has insured each farm block so that in the event of any peril, you are covered and the interest of the farm owner and Crop Estates are covered. So that in a nutshell, this is a model we run. I will later take you through all the figures for the other 5 crops. We use pineapple as an example. The returns for pineapple is 50% annually on your initial lease amount, depending on the land size you select. I don't know why I can't hear you, Denta. Can you hear me?
Sorry, that was me. I was on mute. I was saying that it's good because you don't even have to worry about, when the product has yielded, how do you get, you know, an off taker? So an off taker is ready to take your products as well.
So yes, you don't have
Wow.
you don't have any burden of looking for who's going to buy my crops. Are they going to buy on time? Are some going to get rotten? No, that is not your burden. All you do is to lease the land, make the payment to lease the land for the duration of the crop cycle, and we take all that burden off you, right from farming, managing the farm, harvesting, and selling them off.
Wow. So you're the operations manager. Tell us a bit about your role and how you got involved in crop estates. You know, your background, a bit about your background.
Yeah. So the bit is that my background is marketing, sales and marketing. So my operations bit is more on the ground, getting people to understand what the model is about. We have the operations guy, another operations guy who's on the field with the team, with our agronomists and our farmers on the ground who manage the farm. So my background is mainly sales, and so when I had the opportunity to come onto the team, it was to see the model running, to visit the farms, and also to see the companies that we've partnered, or the factories that we've partnered, to see the capacity of their factories and how best our partnership was going to work in our model. So my background is mainly sales, and so my job is to get people to understand the model and to build confidence in them. And crop estate just does not just stop at taking the lease amount to start a farm for you. There are a few Ghanaians, due to the experiences they've had in the last couple of years, who would want something more in terms of transparency. And so crop estate goes the extra mile to take you to your farm, to see your farm, the location of your farm, and to meet your farm hands. That's the workers and the farmers who work on your farm anytime you're ready to. So the first visit to the farm is on crop estate, and thereafter you could visit it any time within the 4-year period if you've selected pineapple, for instance. So anytime you want to see progress on your farm, if you are in Ghana, feel comfortable to go to your farm. Anytime you want to see it thereafter, you are happy to go to see it. So first time, just for those who want extra transparency, we are happy to take you. However, because of the insurance and the model we run, your returns is not tied to the year's performance or to the year's harvest. It is guaranteed for you. So if you pick pineapple, 50% returns on your initial lease amount is guaranteed. If you picked citrus, for instance, 52% is guaranteed yearly. If you pick avocado, it's 58%. And if you pick coconut, it's 55%. And 60% each for sweet potato and tiger.
Okay. A lot of people have, you know, like you said, a bit of trust issue in terms of
yes.
Money. Is it, you know, some people think, is it a Ponzi scheme? Like, you know, you're using people's money for investment. Are there any regulations that are backed with what you're doing? Please clarify that for me, because we've had a lot of people that have, you know, said, even Rosalind, who's watching now, it says, it's difficult to trust these things now. You know, how do people trust it? Is their money safe and secure? You know, these are people's hard-earned money. And so how do you explain that?
Right. So for people like Rosalind, we've had these questions as well. I mean, since we started going on the ground, and we had people, the sales team going on the ground to look for business, we've had similar concerns. Now, Crop Estates is not an investment company. We're only an agri service provider. So it's just like if Denta wants to start a farm, but does not have the technical know-how. What Crop Estate is saying is that in Ghana, you have issues with acquiring the land and acquiring the paperwork and making sure it's legal and it's really yours, you know, before you can even go find the right land for your farm. What we're saying is, we just want you to have a farm like we have. Yeah, so we are giving you the opportunity to have a farm. So it's not an investment company. We're just giving you that agri service to own a land. So we provide you with a farmland, and we have this insured under Ghana Agriculture Insurance Pool. So because we are not an investment company, but an agri service provider, we are not under the regulatory body, the security and whatever you call it, that the insurance investment companies are under. But we are under GUIDE and also have the backing of MOFA, so the Ministry of Food and Agriculture. So what we run is a model that manages your farm for you. Now, the opportunity to be under GUIDE is one that assures you of your returns for the duration of the crop, the cycle of the crop that you select. And also, when Crop Estate started and we discussed what our model was with the Ministry of Food and Agric, they loved this concept so much to the point that they were happy for us to put in our service agreement, especially for Ghanaians who are outside this country, to put in our agreement that the Ministry of Agric supports this project, but is also willing to endorse and to witness for anyone who would want the ministry to endorse, witness their document for, so that they witness this contract or service agreement together with you and Crop Estate for the duration of the crop, of the crop cycle of the crop you selected. So Dental, we are not an investment company, we are an agri service provider. And so under GUIDE, we are insured, and then with the backing of MOFA, we operate.
Okay, so MOFA knows about what you guys are doing in terms of investment from people. It's all been certified and it's okay.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, guys, I can see that you are sending me your questions fast and furious before I even get my questions in. Please do send your questions in now, and we will be going through it in a second. So now is the time for you to drop your questions. We're going to speak to Emmanuel, get all the information, make sure that you have clarity before you invest. You have clarity before you think about registering, because it's very important for you to do your due diligence, okay, before you do anything when it comes to investing your money. Now, you know, Emmanuel is going to go through everything with you step by step on how you can register and get your farm if you are interested. Obviously, everything that we do in life is about trust. You know, do you trust it? Why don't you start with something small, see how it goes, and then, you know, build it on from there. But, you know, people want to know, how long has the country, the company been going for, has been around for? Where is your location of your office?
Right. Thank you, Denta. So our team of farmers and agronomists have been working together for the past 3 years when we had farms in the Eastern region. And then when we started managing 1,500 acres of land for a coffee juice factory was a year ago. And it was during that period that we thought of this model and this concept. And then we established this company this year. So Crop Estate was established this year. But our team has been together the last 3 years farming. Last year doing 1,500 acres for a coffee juice factory. And then the concept came up and the model came up, and we thought, listen, this is a good opportunity to give others the opportunity to own farms, and then to meet the demands from these factories that are cropping up all over, making lovely juice from pineapples and oranges, oil from the peels of oranges and oils from avocado. We thought this is the time where Ghanaians can invest into it. And the COVID period also shed more light on this, you know. They said, listen, it's time we grow what we eat. It's time we invest in our own, and then and also get people to get their monies into something safer, something they can feel and touch and be part of throughout the growth of their investment, if I use the word.
Okay, right, Chrissy, can we go from the top and start, you know, putting people's questions out? Can the land be leased for more than 4 years?
Right. So, of course, it can be. So if you select pineapple, for instance, the crop cycle for pineapple is 4 years. However, at the end of the 4th year, instead of taking your initial lease amount, you could say, could you roll it over for another 4 years for me? So you would enjoy 50% at the end of each year for the 4 years, but you will not take your initial lease amount at the end of the fourth year and roll it over for another crop cycle of pineapple, which is another 4 years. So yes, you can.
Okay, fantastic. Denta, please, I don't understand. Do you have to be a farmer? No, you don't have to be a farmer. You can be a banker, you can be a doctor, you can be a nurse, you can be whatever you are,
Yes.
and whatever profession you are, you can be that. So they are farmers who are on the land working for you with the investment that you have made. Am I correct, Ima?
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Fantastic. How can you ensure that the land has not been double or tripled leased?
Right. So what we do, if you sign on for an acre of land for your pineapple farm, we give you a certificate of lease that shows you where your land is and for the duration that we've leased it to you. So for a pineapple farm, it's leased to you for 4 years, and within that 4 year period, the land is leased to you. Now, after signing the service agreement and going through the terms and conditions, you're also given a certificate of lease that indicates the location of your land. And if you are in the country and have gone to see it, then you also physically would know where your land is. So it will be wrong for crop estate, and it would not work for us actually if we double or triple lease the land, because then what will be happening is that then we'll be expecting to give to 2 people or 3 people 50% at the end of each year, some returns from what they've leased in. So if we double or triple lease an acre of land, then that is us guaranteeing 5,000 cedis to 2 or 3 people at the end of each year for a 4 year period. And that will not work for us.
Okay, fantastic. Good to know. Are the farms all soil farms? I'm a vertical farmer and wondering if this is an option with acquiring land and farming.
So we have 2 locations for our farms. The pineapple and the citrus are in the central region. Avocado, coconut, citrus, sweet potato, and tiger nut are in the eastern region. So obviously, these farms are in these locations because our agronomists have identified that the soil that's best for which crop. So our farms are not all soil farms. So we have specified locations for each crop, ensuring crop for crop estate the best yield each year.
Okay, fantastic. Is there an option to own the land with the fruit or veg you buy into?
If I understand this question correctly from Loretta, is she saying to own it for forever?
Yeah.
Then if that's the case, then it's a no. We only lease the land for the duration of the crop cycle of the crop you select. However, if you select either avocado, citrus, or coconut, then you're looking at the long term, which is 10 years. So if you lease the land for these 3 crops, then you're looking at 10 years. And if you roll it over, then you're looking at another 10 years. So that would be a longer period for you to lease these lands for. But no, you cannot own it forever.
Okay. How long does coconut take to yield?
So coconut has a gestation period of 3 years. So these 3 crops I just mentioned, citrus, coconut, and avocado, have a gestation period of 3 years, which means that if you go for these 3 crops, you will not earn anything in the first 2 years, but you will only start earning on your initial lease amount after the 3rd year. So in reality, you will earn for 8 years out of the 10.
Okay. All right. Okay. Will the produce be exported or sold locally? USD, Euro, or Cedi exchange rate?
So currently, our partnership is with factories and companies in Ghana. So the produce goes to these companies. So obviously, to them locally in Ghana cities, they make their production. Some of them do export, and others sell locally.
Okay. Right. Chrissy, any other questions? Does the percentage of the returns depend on where the land is?
The percentage of the returns depends on the crop you select. 50% returns for pineapple, 52 for citrus, 58 for avocado, 55 for coconut, 60 for sweet potato and tiger nuts each.
At the moment, somebody just brought to my attention that the website is actually not secure. So there's no SSL on the website. So I think it's something that you need to look at, because you're going to be collecting people's data, people's information.
Right.
And I've just been on the website and that person is correct. So please make sure that this is rectified as soon as possible before people start putting in their information online.
That's well noted. Our IT team is actually listening in, and they should be working on this as soon as possible.
Thank you so much. Okay, can one choose a crop to be planted on the land, for instance, cocoa?
Right, so it's nothing but our 6 crops for now. Just the 6. So you can't be any other crop but one from the 6. Yeah.
Okay. How does it work if you happen to have your own land but will need the expertise?
Right.
That's a good question.
So it is.
That's my pastor. I think that's Pastor Marlon. Yeah, go on. Right. Sorry.
So that's all right. So so we've had this question a lot of times, and there are people who have acquired a lot of acres of land, and some at the end realized that they could not even use it for farming. But whoever sold it to them said to them, "Oh yes, of course you can." And then after they bought it and paid for it, they got experts to go have a look, and they said, "No, you can't use it for farming. Some are good for farming, but you can't use it for the crops that you intend to grow." And so what Crop Estate is doing now is to play safe and only use the lands we have worked on and have our agronomists test to ensure that we get the best yields. So we are currently not taking the risks to expand to take over other people's lands, because then we are not sure of the nature of the land and the crop it would support best. And so we would want to work on our farmlands only for now.
Okay, fantastic. Can you see the question?
I can't see the bottom bit, so it says, all right, yeah, I can see it now. Do you have the data protection in place for both profile and payment details? Please watch standard. So data protection in place for both profile and payment. So of course we have data protection for all our clients. Payment also is done directly into the company's bank account. And so what in our service agreement, those who contact us for it, we send them drafts for them to go through. We have all that in there to protect every customer's or every client's profile and details.
Okay, thank you. So in terms of GDPR, which is a big thing, especially in Europe and the UK, people want to make sure that their details are secure.
Yes.
That the details don't go anywhere apart from, with crop estate.
Yes.
So this is going to be secure, right?
Yes, certainly.
Okay. Thank you. So do you receive a payment annually every year after you invest up until the crop is harvested?
So you receive payment at the end of every year. Up until, yes, the crop is harvested.
If it's coconut or whatever, after 3 years, did you say? After the
coconut, after 3 years, yes, after the gestation period is when the fruits, the plants start fruiting, and then you receive payment after the end of the 3rd year. For all the other crops, the same. So 3 years for coconut, avocado, and citrus. It's 14 months actually, the gestation period for pineapple. But at the moment, we have a few suckers left for the next 100 people. And after that, if anyone signs on, then they've got to wait for the gestation period of 14 months to start enjoying for pineapple. But at the moment, we have enough suckers, so we start enjoying enjoying from year one, from the end of year one.
Okay, fantastic. Are the
Right.
crops organic, or is that an option we can choose?
No, the crops are organic. So the crops are organic, and the crops unfortunately are not going to the farm owner. So we had a few people who would call in to say, "Is there any chance I could have some visit my farm and take some of my crop during harvest?" Unfortunately, that's not the model, because the goal is for crop estate to get the best yield, sell it off to the off takers, so be able to pay the returns that are guaranteed at the end of each year. So the crops are organic.
Okay. And how much can you invest? How little can you invest to start off with?
So what crop estate is done is to give everyone the opportunity. Now, the minimum land size is a plot. And if you take pineapple, for instance, a plot is 2,500 cedis to lease a plot for a pineapple farm. If you take citrus, for instance, a plot is 1,500 cedis. Avocado is 4,000 cedis. Coconut is 2,500. Sweet potato is 1,600, and tiger nut is 1,200. So as low as 1,200, we've had students who've come to sign up for sweet potato and tiger nuts, and just pay 1,200 to lease a plot for a 3-year period for tiger nut. So as low as 2,200, you can have a plot of tiger nut, 1,005 a plot for sweet potato, and as high as 10,000 cedis, you can have an acre of pineapple farm.
Okay. And do you have to be Ghanaian? And how is the money? So if they want the money to be transferred out, how do you do that?
So we've had a couple of clients who signed on. Our current one is in Haiti, and so what we did was obviously to give them the bank details, and they made a transfer into our bank account. So there's so many platforms now, isn't it? And so once they have the details they need, and they ask for any extra information, our bankers are happy to furnish them with that to make transfer. So you don't have to be Ghanaian, and you don't have to be in Ghana as well to sign on. So you could be anywhere in the world. We just request from you to give us an ID, a valid ID.
Okay.
So we can verify who
So
we are dealing
passport,
with.
driving license. What details do you need?
So for people who are outside Ghana and who are not Ghanaians, we request for their passports. So valid passport. For people in Ghana, any national ID is all right to see you through the registration.
Fabulous. Who are the buyers? Somebody's asked. Who are the buyers?
Yes. So currently we have off takers for all the crops. The goal is to have multiple off takers for the crops. Now, for our pineapple produce, we have a partnership with Equinfi Juice Factory. Now, Equinfi Juice Factory buys all our pineapples, and currently we're unable to supply them. So their factory, in 1 8-hour shift, uses pineapple from 4 acres of land in an 8-hour shift. The full capacity is to have them go 2 or 3 8-hour shifts a day. So if they go 2 8-hour shifts a day, you're talking about 8 acres of pineapple farm. Our citrus go to the Central Citrus Factory. Avocado goes to Equapium Gold, and coconut, sweet potato, and tiger nut goes to Farm Direct.
Okay. Thank you. Do we have to convert money prior to the investment, or can we invest in our local currencies for those of us abroad that may be interested?
Right. So if you indicate to us what currency you want to lease the land in, we get to have the conversation with our bankers, get to find the prevailing rate, and then communicate that to you. And yes, you are able to lease the land in your currency.
Okay. How do an investor know how much was harvested for me to be sure of the percentage of return?
Okay, so to Abdul, like I said earlier, it is not the farmer owner's concern of how much when harvesting is going to be done. You know, if that is the model, then you've got to be there for the harvesting. You've got to know how much was harvested, and then you're thinking, oh, the harvest wasn't good. It means this year I might not get the guaranteed percentage on my initial lease amount. No. So the model is such that when you lease the land, when you lease the land and Corp Estate manages it for you, it is our responsibility to manage the land, harvest it, and sell it off. And your returns is guaranteed no matter the harvest or the level of yield we receive per each harvest.
Okay. Somebody's put, does the value, okay. No, go on, Chrissy. Are the crop buyers, processors majority Ghanaian owned?
All Ghanaian owned, all Ghanaian owned, all the off takers.
Okay. Okay. Does the value of the crop vary on a yearly basis?
I'm sure Amma is talking about does the lease amount vary on a yearly basis. So currently it's the same. If you take pineapple, it's 2,500 for a plot and 10,000 for an acre. So there hasn't been any review in prices ever since we started. So it's the same. It stays the same.
It stays the same. There's not going to be, they're not going to get less of the investment when it's time to harvest.
No, they're not. Because then so what happens is over a period, if I can go on, if the more the crops mature, the more yield you receive, So ideally in year one, you would not see a bigger harvest or a good harvest like you see in 2, 3, and 4, especially if you take for the crops that go over 10 years. If the avocado tree takes three years within its gestation period to start fruiting, you would receive some good fruit in year 3 when it starts fruiting. But the more it grows, the more it gives you as fruit in terms of fruits. Okay. So yeah, nothing reduces.
Okay. Do you have an option to pay by transferring to your bank account directly and not through your website?
Yes, Kofi, that's the goal. If you visit the website now, you realize that the payment code is being changed to the details of the bank details. So you can transfer it directly into the Corp Estate bank account.
And can you also do it by Momo?
Yes, certainly. Also by Momo.
Also via Momo. So those of you that want to transfer via mobile money, you can use World Remit to do that. If you enter the code DENTA33, you can get free transfers to transfer to Crop Estate. How has COVID-19 affected your operations and profits?
Right. So Denta, we all know during COVID, it was a tough. I mean, it's still here and it's still a tough period for all of us. But months back, it was worse than it is now. And during that period, if you'd gone to people to say, "Oh, would you want to buy this shirt or this pair of trainers?" I'm sure everyone's answer would be the same. The answer would be no. But we were still buying food. So the most fruits was bought from. Yeah, so there was a lot of eating during that period, and the most fruits was bought from, for instance, for pineapple was bought from a coffee juice factory during the COVID period, because then the production was quite high at that moment, and they couldn't meet the demand, and unfortunately we couldn't meet the demand as well. During some point, the factory had to stop production for over a week because we couldn't have enough fruits for the confit juice factory to operate. So fortunately for us, I must say, the COVID period did not affect us in any way.
Okay, fantastic. Samuel says, you know, I was not convinced concerning the explanation he gave on how to see your returns. How do people, maybe can you clarify that a bit more on how they can see their returns?
I don't know what he means by see the returns, but in our service agreement, depending on the crop you select, you are able to know what you receive at the end of each year. So the percentage is worked on your initial lease amount. So if you choose sweet potato, for instance, and you want to choose an acre for your sweet potato, it's 6,000 cedis for your sweet potato, an acre of sweet potato. To calculate this, is 60% returns on your initial lease amount, which is 6,000 cedis at the end of each year.
Would you accept an application from a Chinese or European person? Somebody's question.
Right. So if they want to own farms, this gentleman again from Haiti, when he called and I didn't and said he was from Haiti, currently Haiti, and he would want to own farms in Ghana. Of course, we had to have the conversation and to ask all the questions, to tick the boxes that we have internally to approve and get people to sign on and to register. So if the Chinese or anyone in Europe satisfies all these questions, then yes, we are happy to do so, and they will have to meet our requirements, internal requirements. But once they do, yes, this gentleman from Haiti answered one of our questions, and he is here in Ghana in February, and so he's happy to also come see his farm. So when we have that conversation with potential people who are not in Ghana, then we're able to tick all our checklist boxes and are comfortable enough to allow them to sign on.
Okay. Are you in all regions in Ghana?
We are currently in 2 regions. In Ghana, we are in the central region. I mean, the farms are, so we have the citrus and the pineapple farms in the central region, and we have the other 4 in the eastern region. Our office, however, is in Mempiasam, East Legon in Accra.
Okay. Do you have a PDF of all you are saying for us to download for more information, please?
Yes, Tom. So once you contact us, we are happy to send everything I've said here in PDF to you, including a draft of the service agreements, the terms and conditions for you to read through and have a look at, and to be informed before you lease any size of land for any of our sales crops.
Okay. Somebody has again asked, how long have you been in this business of farming under this company or business? Crop estate, a company, individuals, or partnership?
So the farmers and our expert have been farming for the last 3 years. In the last year as well, we, like I said, they manage 1,500 acres for a confit juice factory. But under crop estate, the company was registered and started operating in the year 2020.
Okay. Why do you request an ID? Are you screening for fraudulent persons or money laundering?
So Annette has ticked 2 boxes for our wives, but of course you've got to know who you're dealing with, Annette. So we are people who walk into the office and easily going to sign on and to register. We still take their IDs, but at least we meet these people physically. But since we started operating and we've given everyone the opportunity, we've had people from all over the world contacting us, and the only way to do that is to have these checks, is to know who you're dealing with, and that's why we request the IDs, including the other reasons she's mentioned.
Okay. Why are the fruits transported, and who are your clients?
So the fruits go to our off-takers. These 4 factories, companies I've mentioned, who are all Ghanaian-owned companies.
Okay. I will invite you to my 90-acre farm in Western North in Ghana to discuss collaborations. Is it possible?
So Samuel, we'd love to come to the Western region, or the Western North region. Unfortunately, currently we are concentrating on our farmlands only. But please get in touch with us. Let's have a chat to see how best we can collaborate.
Okay. Abdul says, say if I invest 5,000, I'm thinking that's 5,000 Ghana City for pineapple farm. How much will I earn at the end of the first year, taking into account his percentage returns?
Right. So Abdul, once you select pineapple, then your returns is 50% of your initial lease amount. So if your initial lease amount is for a plot, then you earn 50% for that. 5,000 cedis means you're going in for 2 plots. Their returns is 50% of 5,000 cedis. So the calculation is that simple. So at the end of each year, you earn 50% of 5,000 cedis, which is 2,500. You earn the same for year 2, 3, and 4. And at the end of year 4, if you do not want to roll over, you get back your 5,000 cedis.
Okay, fabulous. Do you have stated in your contract policy that says that customers' profit are guaranteed?
Yes. So okay. we talk about the insurance, we talk about your returns, and the fact that it's not tied to the harvest or the yield per year, but is guaranteed.
Okay. And if you do want more information on crop estate, you can email Emmanuel at info@cropestate.com, cropestate.com. Please get the information. If you have more questions, more things that you want to know, you can email him directly, and he will, email you back with all the details. Yes, you are investing into the farmland. That's a good question. So are you investing in the farmland or the crops?
Then so a farmland only becomes a farmland when there are crops on it. So when you're investing in the farmland, you're definitely investing in crops. And just a bare farmland will give you no yield. We only get yields and only get returns because there'll be crops on the farmland that will give us the yield, and then obviously the returns after they've been sold to the off-takers.
Okay. Why are the ROI to the investor only made on the land investment only and not from the produce sold?
Okay, Joe. So the returns are made on your initial lease amount, which goes to lease the land for your farm. So it is returns from your farm, not just the land, just like I said earlier to Amma. So it's returns from the lease of your land, which is used to plant the crop you select.
Okay. And currently, how many farmers is on your list? How many have you employed?
You mean the workers on the farm?
The workers on the farm, yeah. How many do you have?
If we put aside the 1,500 acres we are managing from a juice factory, because that started before crop estate was established and registered, so we're looking over 180 farmers between the two regions. Yes.
Okay. What happens when diseases and pests attack the farm and the expected yield is not attained? Do investors still get their 50% or to 60% returns?
Right. So as I stated this earlier, OT, each farm block is insured under the Ghana Agriculture Insurance Pool (GAIP). So yes, if they are attacked by diseases or pests or destroyed by flooding or by bushfire, yes, you get your returns between 50 and 60% depending on the crop you have selected for your farm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So pineapple takes 14 months. He stated that earlier. Pineapple takes 14 months. Okay. Annette has asked, is there any agreement, contract that protects the investor from not receiving the returns?
Yes, so there are portions of our service agreement that covers the farm owner. This is a service agreement. It's a proper contract that you sign with Crop Estate. It's the same document that I said had the portion where mofa has given the backing and also is willing to witness for you. So if Dental, for instance, wants to own a farm and you want to lease an acre of pineapple, and in your witness section, you would want the Ministry of Agri to do that for you. So instead of sending it to a family member or a friend to endorse it for you, the Ministry of Agri is happy to endorse it for you to do that. So there are portions of our service agreement stroke contract that protects you, the farm owner.
Fantastic. And so this is one of your
that's one of the flyers. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Guaranteeing you 50% returns if you select the pineapple, and if you go ahead to select either a plot or an acre, then you know that you're getting 50% of your initial lease amount.
Okay, fantastic. And you mentioned at the beginning that you can go to the farmland because some people might come down on holiday and feel like, oh, actually, let me go and see where my pineapples are and take the family members. That is allowed?
That is allowed. So then what we do is when we have a couple of clients who signed on for social distancing sake, we rent 45-seater bus and get in about 30 or 28 people and make a trip down to the farm. Now, not all of these are just clients. There are some who are potential clients. There are some who want to see before they sign on. There are some who have signed on and then have requested to go see their farm. So we take you the first time to go see the location of your farm, meet your farm hands. And thereafter, yes, you can make the trip to go to your farmland anytime you choose to.
So there's a few more questions. Somebody has stated avocado takes 3 years to 7 years to start harvesting. How did you manage to bring it down to 3 years?
So the gestation period, like I said, is 3 years. Then you start harvesting after that. So it's a 10-year lease period. You do not earn anything till after the end of the third year. So you earn after the end of the third year, fourth year. So you earn eight times or 8 years out of the 10.
Okay. Does the company publish its financial statement publicly?
That's the goal. We've only started this year, and that's the goal for Crop Estate.
Okay. And currently, how many people have invested in Crop Estate so far since you started?
Since we started in the last couple of months, we have over 220, a little over 220 who've registered. It's also because you have the option to choose just a plot. You see, so we've not limited people to an acre where they've got to pay 6,000 or 10,000 to sign on. So we've got people, with all sorts of amounts coming in to say, can I have a plot of that and a plot of that? So giving everyone the chance to own a farm. So it's a good mix of people and a good mix of land sizes that we received in the last couple of months.
Fantastic.
Hmm.
What's the guarantee that the funds would be used for exactly what is intended for?
Right. So could you when when you take your money and you go to an investment company, which crop estates is not one, but usually when you go to an investment company, they promise you and guarantee you a particular percentage returns yearly, and you do not know what they reinvest your monies in. However, a crop estate, the guarantee comes from the fact that your money goes into farming because that's what you sign on for and that's what we do. We provide an agri service and that is farming. Now, farming cannot be done in a hidden place or cannot be done on a hidden system or cannot be done in a way that you cannot see if you want to. Now, because you can be on your farm and actually see your farm and see your crops grow and touch your fruits and see how your money goes into farming from year one to produce fruits and to guarantee you your yield. It is that process and that system and this model that guarantees your returns for you. So it is a process where you can be part of the growth or you can be part of the process where your money works for you. You can see it for yourself. So for instance, if you choose pineapple, which is in the central region, and you're in Accra and would like to make a trip down to the central region. It is in Nanabing in the Confid district. And so on your way to Cape Coast, on your way to Takoradi, on your way to Salt Pond, you can always make a stop in Nanabing to see how your farm is doing. And then a couple of weeks back, on your way back, you can always pop in again to see how things are going. So this is where you have the chance to see for yourself how your money is working for you.
Okay. The returns, 50 to 60%, is that the cost of the plot or the cost of the acre or on both?
So 50 to 60% on both. Now, if you it's 50% if you select pineapple. So if you select a plot, it's 50% on the cost of the plot, which is 2,500. If you select pineapple again, it's 50% on 10,000 if you select an acre. So the percentage is per the crop you select and not the land size. It's tied to the
And
crop.
it's tied to the crop. Okay. Okay, somebody says, what is actually securing your investment to make sure your return is guaranteed? How is it backed?
What is actually securing your investment? So, Toby, if I understand you correctly, I think it's the same answer I've given Kojo and the others. So, first of all, what is securing your investment is the fact that your initial lease amount is going into farming. So you know exactly where your initial lease amount is going into, and that is farming. Now, per the service agreement you sign with us, you will know that your farmland is insured, so your interest in that of crop estate is protected against any peril whatsoever within the period of the crop cycle of the crop you selected. In which case, if you select pineapple, it's 4 years and some 3 and some 10. So this is what guarantees it for you. Insurance, a guaranteed off-taker, and obviously a farm you can go see for yourself and be part of the growth.
Thank you. Annette, they have signed over 220 people so far, according to Emmanuel. That's how many people have. And what are people's interests? Is it more of the pineapple or is it the avocado? What are people investing in more?
Denta currently is more of the pineapple, and it's also because of the demand we have for the pineapples now from Ekunfe juice factory. So it's more of the pineapple now. You have a few people who are looking into the long term and so might have a look at coconut and avocado. but it's more of pineapple now. I would say pineapple, citrus, sweet potato, and what do you call it? The avocado.
Okay. Okay. Somebody says, just to be absolutely, to get absolute clarity, is it 55% OR return on investment on annual
Oh, 50% on the total amount of
guides,
investment.
or 55% on the total amount of investment?
All right, Frank, if I understand you correctly, so your returns is for 55, then I think you're talking about coconut here. So coconut is what guarantees you 55%, and it guarantees you 55% on your initial lease amount. So for coconut, it's 10,000 for an acre, and so it's 55% of 10,000 at the end of each year, and it's 2,500 a plot. So it's 55% returns on your initial lease amount, 2,500 if you select a plot.
Okay. Can you see that?
OT, your concept is known as absolutely not regulated unlike traditional investment. What assurance do you give investors? Do we get the chance to see the insurance policy? OT, yes, of course. So what guarantees it again? Like you have rightly said, is the insurance. And because it's an agri service, we have the insurance under the Ghana Agriculture Insurance Pool, and obviously the backing of mofa as well. And so, yes, you get the chance to see the insurance policy once we request the same. We, however, cannot take your farm block and not insure it, because then it makes it very difficult for us, should anything happen to your particular farm block, to give you what we have guaranteed you. The only way we are able to comfortably offer you 50% on your for your pineapple, 55 for coconut, 58 for avocado is if we insure it. Because then, other than knowing that we would have the harvest, should anything happen to your farmland, it is only the insurance that is going to guarantee us payment for us to be able to give you the percentage we have guaranteed you for the crop that you've selected.
Any hidden costs such as government taxes for the investors will be liable for?
Right. So, Tom, very good question, Tom. So there are no hidden charges. The only payment is the initial lease amount. It is out of this that we acquire the insurance, and it's out of this that all other costs are covered over the period. So there are no hidden charges to say there's a tax element here and there's this payment you've got to do at the end of year 2 or year 1 to renew your contract. No. You will see from our service agreement and contract that is a straightforward contract with no hidden charges.
Is there any regular packages of the produce for investors, maybe twice a year?
So if I understand it properly, if there are any regular packages of the produce for investors, you do not get any of the produce, if I understand you correctly, Annette. So your produce are sold to the off takers, and then your returns are per year. I hope I've answered you on it.
Okay. Can you see this question?
No returns in the gestation period, correct? Where can I find the gestation period for each crop? So our gestation period and breakdown of all this is on the website. So if you go to the website and click on any of our crops, you get all the details per crop. So like I said, the gestation period for pineapple is 14 months. However, at the moment we have some suckers available, so you start enjoying after 12 months. When we run out of the suckers we have, which should be enough for the next 100 people, then you will have to wait for the 14-month period to start enjoying for the next 4 years. So, yeah.
Can you see Kojo's question?
Yes, Kojo is back again. When you say the backing of mofa, so Kojo, the backing of mofa is such that mofa obviously has a database of all the agri-based companies in Ghana, including crop estate, and they when they approve of all these companies and the operations. But aside that, or on top of that, for Crop Estate, mofa backs our operations and have given us the go-ahead to put in our service agreement the statement that they back our operations, plus the fact that they are in the position and are willing to witness for any clients that signs on to Crop Estate's model and would want mofa to endorse the agreement or contract.
Okay, I can't see on the website. I am there now. Please help.
Okay, so if you go on the homepage, if you're on the homepage.
Should we go on the website now and just see what the website looks like?
Yes, please.
Let's see if I can share my screen.
So I've just selected avocado now. You have the price per plot, price per acre, crop cycle, 10 years, and annual return. If you fill out the form underneath that where it says lease a plot, and you put your details in there, an email is sent back to you with the breakdown that indicates the gestation period.
Okay, I was trying to... Can everybody see this? Can you see Emma?
Yes.
Okay. So if we click on avocado, price per plot is 4,000 Ghana cedi.
Fantastic.
Acre is 16,000. It's a 10-year duration, and the return on investment is 58%.
Right, and if you go down to fill the form we have here, you get an email that's sent to you with all the details, including the gestation period for avocado.
Okay, right. So let's go back and let's go into sweet potato. Sweet potato plot is 1,200. Price for 6,000. Cycle is 3 years, and it's 60% return.
Right. Same here.
We go to pineapple. Pineapple is 2,500 for the plot, 10,000 Ghana cedi for an acre, and it's for 4 years, and it's 50%.
Right.
Even though, okay, so obviously there's 14 months for pineapple, right?
The gestation period is 14 months, yes.
Okay. Then we go to citrus. Again, price per plot is 1,500. Acre is 6,000. And you have 10 years duration, and that's 52% return on investment.
Right.
And then we have coconut. It's very popular. Price is 2,500. Price for acre is 10,000. It's 12 years duration, and you get 55% return on investment. Tiger nut. Again, 1,200. Acre is 6,000. It's for 3 years, and you get 60% on your return on investment. And when I click on the size of the acres, you can go as much as, wow, 99 acres if you wanted to.
Yes, because then if you go on our homepage, the top of the homepage will tell you how many acres we have currently available for each crop. So if you go on the homepage and just scroll down, you
I can see that.
Acres,
so acres of pineapple is 2,322. Citrus 1,866. sweet potato 905, avocado 2855, coconut 923, and tiger nut 915. So you're currently not taking on any more, right?
So,
a couple of
this is what we got available now. So once we're able to cover this for 2020, we won't be taking on any more for 2020. So the target is to bring all these figures to zero in 2020. So the more we have people sign on, the more we have these coming down, these figures coming down, down towards zero. So that's the target. So this is what we have available now, and that's why you saw on there that you could pick 99 acres for sweet potato, because we've got 905 of that still available.
Fantastic. There are a few more questions. Annie is saying that, I like the pineapple, wouldn't mind investing. I am in New York. Question, do I pay in US dollars?
So, Annie, obviously, when you're making the transfer into our account in Ghana, yes, you can send that to our USD account and also into our CD account, if possible. So we can arrange for that. So the transfer from your account to our account, you do not have to take the money out to convert to cities to send to our to do the transfer. Yeah.
Okay. So it's yes, it is available for US residents. So that is correct. So Ishmael, Emmanuel, can you read this?
How can I be convinced that this concept is not the same as the NAM1, which government agency regulates your operations? Right, Ishmael, I'm sure you're just joining us. So, as I said earlier, crop estates and agri service provider. But let's say you had money to go invest in any investment company. You usually do not know what the investment company reinvest your money into. With crop estates, the concept is farming. We are only managing your farms for you, because you do not probably have the farmland, you don't have the crops. Most importantly, you do not have the technical know-how. So we manage your farm for you. So what your monies go into is farming. And because it's farming, we've insured each block under Ghana Agriculture Insurance Pool, and we have the backing of mofa.
Okay.
So, Kojo, the charge from the beginning is their initial lease amount. So everything is factored into your initial lease amount. No other charges, no hidden charges, no service charges.
Can you read that one?
So it's from Lucy is the 60%. So the 60%, is it what you get paid every year for the crop, like pineapple, right from the time of investment in relation to the amount you invested? I just joined, please. Right, Lucy, I can tell you just joined. Right, Lucy, so what happens is that if you select pineapple, then you've got to select the land size. So first you select the crop, and two, you select the land size. So if you select pineapple, then you've got to choose between a plot, 2 plots, 3 plots, an acre or more. So if you select pineapple, Lucy, and you select an acre, then you've got to lease the acre of land for your pineapple farm at 10,000 Ghana cedis. Now, once you do that, at the end of each year, you receive 50% returns on your initial lease amount, which was 10,000 cedis. So you make 5,000 at the end of each year for 4 years, which is a crop cycle for pineapple. Now, if you're talking about 60%, then I'm sure you're looking at tiger nut or sweet potato. So you get 60% on your initial lease amount, either for a plot or an acre or 2 plots or 2 acres for tiger nut and sweet potato. Then I hope you know you're promoting unlicensed business that does not allow the marketing of such product you might get penalized. Do your homework on these companies. All right, Sam. So Sam is a great service provider. We are not an investment company again. And like I said, if we are not a registered company, we will not have the backing of mofa, and we will be unable to insure our produce under the Ghana Agricultural Insurance Pool.
Okay. Hold on a second. And I think that, it's important that whoever is investing, whenever you're investing in anything, you must do your own research and just don't rely on Denta, I'm afraid. Denta has done her own research. You have to do your own. And that is a disclaimer that I'm telling you. Whatever it is that somebody may encourage you to invest, you must do your own homework. Just because I'm using my platform to showcase what people are, the innovative things that people are doing, you must do your own homework too. I bring you properties, I bring you different things on this platform, but it doesn't mean that you have to go and buy it. It's for you to get knowledge and see whether you are interested in investing. So don't hang it on Denta's head, it's on your head and not mine. So you must make sure you do your due diligence. It's very, very important. Right. I promote what Ghanaians are doing. I think it's a very innovative thing. I think it makes people's lives easier. But before you do invest, you must do your own homework. Absolutely. Okay.
So from Joel again, I think you have answered this, but the answer wasn't clear for me. When crops are sold, does the investor make a profit on the crop sold, or are we making profit on the cost to lease the land? So your returns come from the initial lease amount, which goes to lease the land for your crop. So we farm the crop you select, harvest, sell to pay back your returns.
Okay.
Right. So I will list it quickly. The gestation period for pineapple after we've run out.
Are you able? I think what would be good, Emma, is can you type it on our private chat whilst we're talking, and then I'll post it on the thing. It will be very good if you put it on your website so it's very clear instead of people having to fill out the form. So if you can type it there, that'll be fantastic. Lucy, yes, you can do it from the UK as well. Yes, indeed. So you can invest from the UK, wherever you are in the world. You can invest in crop estate. Remember, guys, it's not my money, it's your money that you invest in. So it's not going to affect me, Denta. It's going to affect you if something happens. So again, do your research. Do your research. My platform is to promote innovation, to bring you things that people are doing in the community. If you are interested in investing, please, please, please do your homework. And see whether you are interested in doing that. Denta, is there Google Maps or Google Earth coordinates for the plot, acre of land, visuals, for visuals? Is there a stock market share in the company available? Thank you. And annually reports also. Thank you. Is that available, Emma?
No, not available at the moment.
Which one? So is the Google Maps and Google Earth coordinates available?
Oh yes, they are. I was answering the what was that you said after that? The Google Map coordinates. Of course, the Google Map coordinates are available for your farms.
Yeah.
Yes, they're in the central region and 2 regions in Ghana. So of course, the map and coordinates are available. You said something after that.
So is there a stock market share? Is there a stock market share in the company available?
No, that's what I'll say no to. Yes.
Okay. So no to that. And are there going to be any annual reports?
Yes, there will be annual reports.
Okay, fantastic. Dentar, you are absolutely right. People should do their own research as well. We thank you for the show, showcasing this amazing innovation. Thank you so much, Mercy, for that comment. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Chrissy, are there any other comments? I just want to copy and paste all of these information that's Emmanuel is typing out. Just bear with us, guys. We're just trying to get this information for you. Sweet potato is 1 year. For those who have just joined, guys, please make sure that you share your pages. Do a watch party with family and friends. Let's showcase, people that have innovative things. Let's support them. Let's see how it goes. You don't have to, do 20 acres or 30 acres. You can just start off with a plot, see how it goes. If it works, you take it from there. Also, it will be good, if we can have some testimonials on your website, so people can feel confident.
Yes.
Invest in. So I think that's something very, very important.
Yeah. There are a few will be uploading soon. Most of the clients are happy to share with us and to share with everyone. There are those who would want their photos to go with it as well. So yeah, there are a few will be uploading. Also, there will be saying done on our Instagram page as well. Is there a limit in the amount of land available for people to invest in? So the limit is what we have on the website now for 2020. So if you go on the website, you see we have 2,322 acres available now for pineapple, 1,866 for citrus, 905 for sweet potato, 2,855 for avocado, 923 for coconut, and 915 for tiger nut.
Okay, please, yes. Where is your office? Where can they visit, please?
Right, so you can find us in Mimpiasem East Legon in Accra. You can visit our office. It's just about 3 minutes walk from the ARS roundabout. You should easily find it on Google Maps as well if you search for Crop Estate Ghana.
Okay, is there any telephone number as well that people can call?
Yes.
Can you put it in our chat, please?
Yes, I'll do that. I'll put the numbers there, and also would say them out loud. So you can always ring to make it easy. You can always ring 055 430 9947.
So plus 235.
Yeah, plus.
Please say the number.
Plus 233 55430
55430
9947
9947
or plus 233 59 691 5742.
5742. So hold on a sec. So guys, this is the email and telephone number that you can contact right away to get more information.
We've also put the number.
Okay, I think the 2 is fine. You can, ring these 2, and they will have more information. Somebody says, what if I have a piece of land? How does that work? So at the moment, they're not taking on pieces of land. Is that correct, Emmanuel?
That's right, Spencer. That's right. So it's solely the land that is under Crop Estate, not anyone in one's land at the moment.
Okay, fantastic. So we're going to wrap up. We've got just under 1 minute to go. Again, for those who have just joined, Ima, just briefly explain again what Crop Estate does and how people can get involved.
Right, guys. So in a nutshell, Crop Estate is an agri service provider that runs a sublease model that encourages individuals and groups of people to get into farming. So Crop Estate has the farmlands, and the farmhands, the workers. And we've carefully selected 6 crops because we have identified and established relationships with factories and companies that use them as their raw material. So if you select any of our 6 crops, then the next step will be to select the land size. The minimum land size is a plot. So if you can select between a plot, 2, 3, an acre or more. And once you do that, you make payment to lease the land for the duration of the crop cycle of the crop you selected. Once that is done, Crop Estates signs a service agreement with you and guarantees you between 50 to 60%, depending on the crop you've selected for your farmland. And so this, in a nutshell, is the model we run as Crop Estate.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. I know my audience have definitely enjoyed the show. They're going to be emailing you. They're going to be calling. They're going to be, just wanting to find.
Emails coming through already.
Are they? Okay. Yeah. Wanting to find more information. And I think it's really important that we have companies that are transparent. Yes. These are people's hard earned money. And so we must make sure that we do the right thing. Guys, like I said, on this platform, I showcase innovation. I try and educate you on things that are happening in our community. But you ultimately, even when I bring you health issues and a doctor is saying something about fibroids or saying something about whatever it is, you have to do your own research, see your own doctor, and so it's just the same as this. Make sure that whatever you are learning from each and every platform, you go and do your homework. And it's, it's something that it's your money. It's not Denta's money. It's your physical money. So make sure that you do your investigations, you call, ask the questions, get familiar and understand the process and, sign the agreements, hold them to it. And you will be fine. And we're praying that, these innovations that are coming in are trustworthy enough for all of us to invest. So guys, thank you so much for watching the show. I hope that you've enjoyed it. I hope that you've been blessed by the knowledge and the great innovation that's coming from the continent. Let's keep it going. Let's support our own. Let's build each other up. And we will only increase that way. So again, thank you so much for watching. Emmanuel, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Denta. Thank you for having us.
Please let us know how it goes. And I hope that everybody's questions will be answered. Thank you so much, Emmanuel. Guys, again, thank you so much for watching each and every Thursday. I'm so grateful. But on Sunday, we will be talking about dyslexia. I am dyslexic myself, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I, was diagnosed in university when I should have been diagnosed ages ago, whilst I was in school, but I never knew. And so I'm going to be bringing on 3 people who are also dyslexic and are doing fantastically well in their field. Lizzie is a great woman. She has a foundation that supports people who have dyslexia. And so it's really important that Sunday you join me whilst we have this conversation. Again, if any of you want to sponsor the Denta Show, please contact me, DM me, message me. If you want us to promote your product on the show, it is the platform to do so. We will also be talking about other things next week, Thursday, which I know that you'll be very excited to find out. But keep tuned to the platform. Make sure that you follow. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. And let's keep spreading the word. Again, thank you to World Remit for sponsoring this show. World Remit has over 5.7 million people worldwide who send money back home each and every time. So why don't you join that, that train? It's free to join right now. I'm going to send you the link. Okay, it's free to join. Let me send you the link right away. You get your first free transfers. Yes, your first free transfers if you enter the code DENTA3FREE. you can do that right now and, you know, get involved. Again, if you are looking for investment opportunities, if you are looking for a platform that you can connect with investors, a platform that you can invest with partnerships with people, this is the platform. Register with Ordana Connect, and you could be joining a whole heap of people who are interested in investing in Africa, especially Ghana to start off with. So please make sure you jump on that. Again, a big thank you to Gloria Mills for her wonderful perfume. Here it is, a young girl doing amazing perfume, guys. Make sure that you go out there and purchase one. It smells absolutely beautiful. So go on the website, let's support our own, and let's get going. Again, thank you to Prodigy for my shitta. If you haven't tasted this shitta, then you are missing out. The best shitta in the world. Yes, in the world. And if you love jollof rice like me, she's got some jollof seasoning. Guys, when you put it in your jollof, just a little bit, man, it's finger licking good. Yes. So make sure that you go and purchase that. Guys, I'm so happy this evening, should I say. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's spread the word, share it with a friend or a loved one, even after the show. So I will see you next week. If you have any topics that you want me to discuss, if there's any innovation that's out there that I should know about, guys, let me know and let me get them on the platform. You know, it's really about promoting each other, educating each other, and inspiring each other. Have a lovely Thursday, and I'll see you next week. Actually, I'll see you on Sunday. Yes, Sunday. We're talking about dyslexia. Spread the word, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.